So it's another recording session. This time we're actually recording a song that Jared made up. It does not have a name yet, so I'm just calling it Jared's song.
Doing nothing again.
What?
You're doing nothing again.
What?
You're doing nothing again.
I'm technically playing the violin in that, just not this part.
You're using auto-tune, Makenna.
This is the part where he goes and fixes all the things I do wrong. Okay, so it is such a relief to just give myself permission to write without worrying about how it sounds. Because when I first started writing my book about full-time RV life, I'm such a perfectionist that I just rewrote things so many times. And speaking of perfectionism, you should see me practicing the violin. So for a few weeks in November and December, I was just like forcing myself to walk on it, and it was so frustrating. And then I stopped walking on it for a period of time because I got the flu, and then I went on a missions trip to Costa Rica. Then right away I got hospitalized with Guillain-Barré syndrome, and I've been recovering from that. So I can walk a mile now, actually like a little more than a mile, and it takes me about 45 minutes to walk a mile. What's the normal time to walk a mile? It takes 15 to 20 minutes to walk 1 mile at a moderate pace. So I'm like halfway there.
Makenna, you're not keeping up. Here, get her feet.
Okay, that's just cause normally it's just cause downhill. Like it seems a lot worse because it's a downhill, but like on flat I can walk faster.
Oh, okay.
But the next step is going to be getting rid of the brace and the cane. So it's been about 3 or 4 months since I walked on it, and I thought it was about time I started writing again. But this time I'm taking a different approach because the last one did not turn out so well. So for the next few weeks and months, I am just going to be writing. And I've made a few rules for myself. Number 1, there's absolutely no rewriting. Anything that I write just stays on the page. Number 2, I'm not allowed to worry about where an idea or section is going to go in the book and where it's going to fit in. It might go in the beginning, might go in the end, might go in the middle, but I don't care. I will get to that later. Rule number 3 is that I have to write down anything and everything that I think of. Because I have a tendency to just think about things a lot before I actually write them down, or especially when I'm talking, I like to go over things a lot in my mind before I actually speak, so I can like make sure that I say it right, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Wait, what are they taped so far? So those are my rules. That is my strategy. I've been doing it for a few days now, and already, well, it's just really hard to get past my perfectionism, but it's also just a relief to kind of tell myself that no, you don't have to care about how it sounds. So I'm just going to write a vast quantity of words, and the next step in the process will be to organize it and see what looks good and what doesn't. But that is the next step. I'm not worried about that now. And I don't know if this is going to be a separate video or if it will be mixed in with something. So I will see you in the next video or in the next video clip. So I'm home alone, which means it's quiet, which is always a good thing. And it also means I can run around and tape whatever I want, because I prefer to tape when I'm not like being watched by someone. Even though the video will then go up on YouTube where everyone can watch it. Yeah, I don't really understand how I walk either. But yeah, so I'm home alone. I've done some really exciting things so far today. School, editing videos, more school, my physical therapy exercises, more school. But now it's like around 1 o'clock and I'm giving myself like an hour break to do something fun, which has yet to be decided upon. Ooh. I've made a decision. That's really bright. I've made a decision. My dad just texted me, don't forget to eat lunch. Haha, what? I never do that. I remembered that since we're in a house now, we had emptied out our storage unit. And I remembered that I had a lot of acrylic paint in the storage unit. I don't have a canvas. If I just use a sketch pad? Quality art paper for pencil, charcoal, pastel, pen, and colored marker. And paint now too. I need newspaper. Where is the newspaper? We not get a newspaper. We don't get a newspaper. Do I trust myself to not get paint on the table? No, I do not. I'm using an old dish towel. I need paintbrushes. This might be important for painting. So the painting will have to be put off till a farther date because I just spent 45 minutes looking for the supplies. And that's a wrap. So it's been about... Where was I?
I want to do something. Oh, I'm sorry, you're taping.
It's not even on.
It's recording. Yes.
What?